How to improve your credit score. It's possible to improve your credit scores by following a few simple steps, including opening accounts that report to the credit bureaus, maintaining low balances, and paying your bills on time. You can try to boost your credit score by getting credit for paying bills like your cell phone, utilities, and popular streaming service, free, with Experian Boosto. However, it can be difficult to know where to start. Whether you're building your credit from scratch or rebuilding after your scores have taken a hit, it's important to learn how your scores are calculated and the basic ways to improve them. Steps to improve your credit scores. 1. Build your credit file. Opening new accounts that will be reported to the major credit bureaus, most major lenders and card issuers report to all three, is an important first step in building your credit file. You can't start laying down a good track record as a borrower until there are accounts in your name, so having at least several open and active credit accounts can be helpful. These could include credit builder loans or secured cards if you're starting out or have a low score, or a great rewards credit card with no annual fee if you're trying to improve an established good score. Getting added as an authorized user on someone else's credit card can also help, assuming they use the card responsibly. If you're starting from scratch with no credit file at all, the most important step is simply getting a credit report with a bureau. Experian Boost is a tool you can use to add positive utility, cell phone and streaming service payments to your Experian credit report. 2. Don't miss payments. Your payment history is one of the most important factors in determining your credit scores, and having a long history of on-time payments can help you achieve excellent credit scores. To do this, you'll need to make sure you don't miss loan or credit card payments by more than 29 days. Payments that are at least 30 days late can be reported to the credit bureaus and hurt your credit scores. Setting up automatic payments for the minimum amount due can help you avoid missing a payment, as long as you're careful not to overdraft your bank account. Staying on top of accounts that don't generally appear on your credit reports, gym memberships and subscription services, for instance, can also be important. The on-time payments might not help your credit, but the account being sent to collections could still cause your scores to dip. 3. Catch up on past due accounts. While a late payment can remain on your credit report for up to 7 years, having all your accounts current can be good for your scores. For those having trouble with credit card debt, talking to a credit counselor and getting on a debt management plan, DMP, could be a good option. The counselor may be able to negotiate lower payments and interest rates, and get card issuers to bring your accounts current. 4. Pay down revolving account balances. Even if you're not behind on your bills, having a high balance on revolving credit accounts can lead to a high credit utilization rate and hurt your scores. Revolving accounts include credit cards and lines of credit, and maintaining a low balance on them relative to their credit limits can help you improve your scores. 5. Limit how often you apply for new accounts. While you may need to open accounts to build your credit file, you generally want to limit how often you submit credit applications. Each application can lead to a hard inquiry, which may hurt your scores a little, but inquiries can add up and have a compounding effect on your credit scores. Opening a new account will also decrease your average age of accounts, and that could also hurt your scores. How long does it take to rebuild a credit score? There's no set timeline for rebuilding your credit. How long it takes to increase your credit scores depends on what's hurting your credit and the steps you're taking to rebuild it. For instance, if your score takes a hit after a single missed payment, it might not take too long to rebuild it by bringing your account current and continuing to make on-time payments. However, if you miss payments on multiple accounts and you fall over 90 days behind before catching up, it will likely take longer to recover. This effect can be even more exaggerated if your late payments result in repossession or foreclosure. Establishing or building your credit scores. Depending on your experience with credit, you might not have a credit report at all. Or, your credit report might not have enough information that credit scoring models are able to assign you a credit score. With FICO scores, you need to have at least one account that's 6 months old or older, and credit activity during the past 6 months. With VantageScore, a score may be calculated as soon as an account appears on your report. When you don't meet the criteria, the scoring model can't score your credit report. In other words, your credit invisible. As a result, creditors won't be able to check your credit scores, which could make it difficult to open new credit accounts. How credit scores are calculated. Scores are calculated based on the information in one of your credit reports. Scoring models try to predict the likelihood that a borrower will be 90 days late on a bill in the next 24 months. A higher score indicates a person is less likely to fall behind on a bill, and vice versa. The vast majority of lenders use credit scores calculated by FICO and VantageScore scoring models. The most recent versions of their generic credit scores use a score range of 300 to 850, and a score in the mid-600s or higher is often considered a good credit score.